Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the October reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I may be describing you or the person that you're dealing with. If need be, switch the energies around. I also do not discriminate in my readings. I read for the people doing the misdeeds and those on the receiving end of them because both are in need of guidance. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. If you would like to do an energy exchange and donate to the channel, information on how to do that is also below. Like, subscribe, hit the share, hit the notifications button if you'd like to be notified of new uploads. And I'm introducing a deck that I created called the Reality Check. We'll pull something from there at the end of the reading. What I have here is the overview, the advice in regards to it, the higher message involved. Here again is advice, what chakras you need to work on. Oh, I didn't pull your love cards. Well, I'll do that at the end anyway. This is a situation. This is the reason why it's happening. This is what you're thinking and feeling in regards to it. This is the hopes and fears and the advice. And we will, again, clarify these as well. Let us look here. We have regeneration. So let's see if something is being rebuilt here. Rebirth, second chances and new opportunities. The Oracle's message, second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have received as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. Relationship message. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what losses occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. Prosperity message. What happens when it appears you failed at something? Do you see the beauty in the lesson? The understanding that arises from difficulties is like a seed that lies dormant for a time. Then once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when out of seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past because you really are experiencing a rebirth. Protection message. Endings come in many forms, and now is the time to stop holding on to what must die so that something better can take its place. Nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There is no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You're about to be reborn. And then your advice in regards to this is to remain positive, and you also had reconsider. So let us see. The angels are asking you to keep an optimistic attitude. There is a very positive momentum beginning to build towards the creation of your desires. You're speeding your dreams along by maintaining a cheerful and confident demeanor. It may seem as though your plans are taking a long time to manifest, but very soon you will see a change. Don't allow yourself to lose hope when your dreams are so close to coming true. and then reconsider. There is an element of your plan that should be reevaluated. Take some time to really go through your project or proposal thoroughly. Share your intentions with a trusted friend or advisor who can give you objective feedback. Ask your angels for guidance. This is not the moment to make the change in your life that you're considering. A better time will come, or you'll realize that you wish to choose a different kind of transformation for yourself. So, this is again trying to figure things out, again, endings, beginnings. Again, this is every reading I've done has been focusing on this endings and new beginnings, or people needing to let go of something, especially if they've been waiting or staying in a certain state of being for a prolonged period of time, or again, if some things are just ending now. But it's everything, every reading I've done has been about going through something that should have brought about some kind of transformation and encouragement to keep trudging forward, applying lessons learned. Again, this has been the ongoing theme with every reading that I've done. Bottom of the deck here, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse again, so this is about coming out of illusions. Seeing something for something, what it is. Again, illusionary views, fantasies, unwillingness to deal with reality, a need to get our head out of the clouds, a need to see reality, or refusing to look within, pursuing unsatisfactory things. Again, there's something that wants to come in, but we're needing to, again, see a current situation or a past situation if we're still clinging on to it for what it is. Coming out of confusion as well, perhaps knowing what we want and trying to, be asked to remain positive because, you can have it by embracing, again, this newfound self. Setting intentions, coming again out of confusion, illusion, to focus on chosen goals with resolution and purpose. So they're asking you to, whatever it is that you're coming into realization about, allow that to happen, allow a new you to come through it. Again, now knowing what you want, what you don't want, reassessing things and remaining positive. Because right now we're feeling like this, the Nine of Wands. This is, the nine is hitting the end, which is why we have regeneration here. We're hitting the end of something. Weary. It's the final defense. Someone who has fought the battle and won, even though they may not feel like it. Drained, exhausted, but ready to, we're trying to move forward. Final challenge to reach victory. Stands up for one's beliefs and stands firm. Again, close to completion, so don't give up. So we're saying remain positive. The sign of hope and encouragement. The last bit of dark before the dawn. It's asking you to draw upon your courage, your resilience, your vigilance, and your patience even. We also may feel distrustful of others or our own judgments. Again, maybe that's why we need to come out of illusions and, again, see things the way they are. Asking you to try to be optimistic. Again, remain positive. Take precautions. Take precautions. Whatever you need to reevaluate here. Whatever it is that you're needing to see. Be on guard, but encouragement again to keep pushing forward. And the reason why it's happening is a Knight of Swords. So this is either you or someone coming in towards you. This is about charging forward again. This could be you or someone coming towards you when you're trying to look the other way. um, Rushing in without any regard to the dangers one may encounter. So maybe that's why they're saying be aware again of our situations and our options. Um, so it's just someone who's failing to see the difficulties or consequences of our actions. An energy that needs to be balanced with realization of responsibility and compassion. It's also a strong intent to succeed or win, right? In the positive sense, it shows great determination, ambition, and strength to succeed no matter what. In the negative sense, it's blind haste or lacking foresight or preparation. So that's where, again, this comes in. We're needing to make sure we got all our, what do you call, T's crossed and I's dotted. Again, inspiration, quick to take action, but be careful not to rush or cut corners because we may suffer for that in the long term. So again, we're either trying to take some action and rush in, or again, someone is coming towards us. And I'll clarify this here. What you're thinking and feeling is the Page of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who's all talk and no action. Hasty, again, undelivered promises. So whether this is somebody that you're dealing with, who's like comes all, guns blazing, knight of swords, but maybe someone who's all talk no action, or you're worried about undelivered promises from this person. This is also lacking enough information. So that's why the spying, stalking comes into play here, where people are trying to gather information, before they come rushing in, or gather information about someone who's rushing in. It's also a need to tackle one thing at a time. So if we're kind of all over the place in our confusion, we're needing to, again, evaluate our situation or our options. And I feel like this is some kind of feeling like we're lacking information, or maybe we're not wanting to rush into something. Or again, there's some confusion around someone who's coming towards us. Because what we have here is the King of Wands in the reverse. So, if this is an aspect of the self, and again, male, female, doesn't matter. This can again speak of somebody who's impulsive, hasty, again, rushing, doing stuff without thinking, impulsive decisions, again, pushy, dominating, overbearing, controlling. Might not realize the line between being assertive and aggressive. Someone who can also be selfish and ruthless, manipulative, uses others as a means to an end. It's a rival or an unscrupulous opponent in love. Someone who can wreak emotional havoc. Again, someone who comes charging in and maybe brings a lot of drama. Again, somebody who's, the player type, usually not faithful. This could be someone who's also narcissistic. Again, in the aspects of the self, it could be, setting expectations too high, or might feel like a failure. So this is why they're telling you to remain positive, allow a new you to transform through some difficult experience. Again, try to figure out our path, and just, again, look at all options that we might have before we go rushing into anything. You know, this is about figuring out again the things that might be holding us back. I need to set some realistic goals. So again, maybe we're hoping to address these kind of issues, but we're feeling a little, you know, worn for wear here. Or again, or, you know, if we're dealing with somebody who is, you know, manipulative and all that, you know, we may be questioning dealing with someone because we fear them behaving in this way. You know, knights, again, they're messengers. You know, this is about taking action. You know, you could have got some communication because we're dealing with swords here. You could have got some communication with someone about, you could have gotten some communication from someone, or feeling like you need some more information again in regards to someone that you might be dealing with or that you've already dealt with. Who knows, who might be looking to, oh, these past people trying to come back around. The advice here, though, is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is about blocked or repressed emotions. So again, maybe we're needing to deal with something here. Whatever's left us feeling like this, so that this can turn into the upright. So that we can, you know, gain some perspective over a situation and try to think positively about it. A need to curb one's emotions for greater benefit, a need for emotional balance. Find a constructive way to express one's feelings. Again, repressed feelings, feelings of numbness, fear of getting hurt, a need for trust, emotionally exhausted, you know, need to look after one's emotional health, regeneration. Like there's something here that we're fearing, perhaps. You know, and if we've been dealing with the King of Wands in reverse type, that goes without saying. But you know, but we're needing to again allow for something within us to transform and deal with this, because both of these mirror something, you know, not feeling it, or feeling again worn for wear, distrustful, feeling like we're holding in our feelings or fears again of being hurt by this type of a person. Or, you know, this is just you if you're not like the manipulative type. After you get some fears in regards to love. Let us see what we got. Why the Nine of Wands in regards to this situation? What's led up to the Nine of Wands? What's the reason for the Nine of Wands? What's the reason for the Nine of Wands for Sagittarius? What's the reason for the Nine of Wands? Vulnerable journey and the Master. So this is again feeling vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable. Uncertain perhaps about our path. Master speaks about, you know, someone who uses logic, you know, over heart, head over heart kind of things, if they see things in a discerning kind of a way. you know, mastering one's emotions, you know, to be able to continue on the journey. You know, this can also be somebody who's domineering, same as this, domineering, pushy, abusive in some ways. And that's again mental, emotional, verbal, financial. Abuse comes in many forms. Let's see what else we can get here. Generosity, again, an offer. So, you know, whether, and this is also reminds me of any of the aces, you know, Ace of Pentacles most especially. But it could be also Ace of Cups. You know, it's the hand, the gift, the offer. Something is coming in, or something might be delayed because we're needing to again allow for some kind of clearing away of something, rebirthing of the self, to allow it to come in again because we got some fears or uncertainty. Or again, the master generosity, if I spoke about somebody who can be again manipulative, domineering, again, we fear engaging with that person again, perhaps. You know, maybe they're trying to offer something and we're uncertain about it. Or again, we're trying to get clear in our minds about new beginnings, new starts, again, regeneration, creating new opportunities again for ourselves even. You know, trying to figure out a way how to keep going. Why the Knight of Swords in regards to why it's happening? What's the reason for the Knight of Swords in regards to what's happening? Fair gray-haired man, fair gray-haired woman, faith and frustration. So, again, Knight of Swords also can be somebody who's attacking with their words. Again, somebody who can be, you know, a little domineering or abusive with their words, cutting with their words. A fair gray-haired man, fair gray-haired woman. Obviously, this is you and the person you're dealing with, which whoever's whoever. And this is usually somebody in their 40s and up. Faith and frustration. It's like not having the faith in regards to, you know, going ahead with something here, perhaps, or again, lacking faith, just feeling frustrated in a situation, feeling worn out. You got spiritual. Spiritual forgiveness, sexual attraction, patience, and surprise. Hey, surprise, it can be, you know, waiting to get some kind of correspondence. Um, Again, information that's come through. Spiritual obviously talks, it could talk about, this could be a married couple here, spiritual union. Um, Obviously, with sexual attraction deals with relationship. Patience is about having patience, or not wanting to waste time, or wondering if we should forgive someone. Or perhaps someone is wondering if they should ask for forgiveness. Like I said, we got a lot of masculines trying to go back to some situations. Or we don't know if we should offer forgiveness to someone, if we should give a situation more time and wait to see, what happens. My King of Wands in the reverse in regards to hopes and fears. Change, troubleshooter, hidden enemy. Yeah, this is again wondering if somebody can change. Hidden enemy. This is either being our own worst enemy or again somebody that we don't trust. Troubleshooter can be trying to figure something out, trying to figure out if somebody is going to change or if somebody's up to their old shenanigans. Troubleshooters also could be someone who's cunning, deceptive, again, who's scheming, plotting, these kind of things. Or someone again who works against you, doesn't have your best interest at heart. Or again, this is about trying to figure out again if we can change, stop being our own worst enemy, if we're lacking some kind of confidence or belief in ourselves, if we can keep going. Maybe again we're having issues in our relationships. There's obviously there's something that transpired here that's requiring some kind of forgiveness, some kind of behavior that's left somebody worn the hell out. And the advice could be don't offer this person any love. We'll see here. Why? Wait a minute. Why change? Troubleshooter, hidden enemy. Doubt. Brown-haired man. Fame. Stop, look, and listen. So again, doubt is just having doubts, worries, fears, uncertainty. If there'll be success in this situation, if somebody can change. Brown-haired man is just somebody who's just, normal. They're not manipulative. They're not the dark-haired man. They're not the dark-haired man. And fair gray-haired man, fair gray-haired woman. Also, somebody in their 40s and up, but it's also could be people that have, matured through a situation, become different people, learned and grown through something. But there's this just not there's definitely fear here, fear of some kind of deception or fear of again, I'm not thinking that something's gonna work out here. And we're trying to look for clues or look for something to kind of figure out a way how to again see what we need to see here. Why Ace of Cups reverse in regards to the advice? We got power, so this could be about, discovering our power. Again, to persevere, to keep going. Um, Greed is talks about, our desires, what we want. And then we have truth here. Maybe that's being honest with ourselves about what we want. We got communication. So maybe someone's needing to speak the truth. Again, someone might be looking to ask for forgiveness. or again, we're realizing the truth about communication that's coming in, or we're trying to, again, figure out what we want. Solitude, again, is trying to go in. It's like the hermit, trying to figure stuff out. What is the advice? I mean, what is the higher message involved here? We have love. Love is the answer. That's what they keep saying. Be strong. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. Self-respect. I honor and love myself through my healthful actions. Hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. Health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Joy. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. Father. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines his healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. Of course, as anybody who watches these readings knows, this is always for me. This and the mother card talks about, again, childhood wounding. Healing those wounds, we imitate what we see. We either take on the behavior patterns of one parent or look for a partner who has the traits of the other. Repeating cycles, repeating karma, sometimes generational karma. This is, again, recognizing the things that are within us that are repetitive in patterns and choices that we make, again, in regards to how we show up in relationships, the things that we allow, types of partners that we seek. You know, this is always just letting you know that at the end of the day, your soul here on having a human experience, and everybody that's in your life, including your parents, are playing a role and setting up the stage for you to shed the karma that you came here to shed through these lessons. And a lot of it is, again, discovering your own power, your own light, your own truth, having self-love, self-respect, boundaries, you know, making sure we're caring for our mental, emotional, physical health, making sure that we're surrounding ourselves not with things that make us feel like this, right? To continue to try to have hope, to try to find some joy in our situation. Again, learn these lessons, try to be strong. Know that, again, what healthy love looks like and what it doesn't. And being able to, again, come out of illusions and see things how we need to see them. You know, consider all options, consider all things, and move towards whatever is going to bring us, again, the happiness, the peace, whatever it is that we're seeking. You know, inner child, again, I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. This is, again, healing that inner child that's, you know, caused us to choose and be the way that we have. So it's, again, trying to recognize what's in us. Fear of abandonment issues, you know, again, lack of self-love, whatever it is for you. It's, again, healing that. And taking action. Today I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off. So whatever we're needing to take action on, you know, we need to get out of our frustrations and out of our fears and try to have faith, you know, knowing that we're the master of our own soul. You know, it's up to us to practice self-care and awareness, again, in regards to the energy that we bring and the energy that we allow. You know, and if something needs to be said, say it. Or if we've gotten the truth about something, you know, coming into an acceptance of that. You know, moving towards whatever's in our highest and best, right? And remaining positive. Solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. Workshops and seminars, attending and giving speeches as part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. This is again just about teaching and learning within your soul groups. Through these experiences, everybody's teacher and student. Some people learn and some people don't. But again, then they just go on to repeat the karma. Same thing, different people. This could be part of your path and purpose. Maybe in, getting out of this focus. This is also, some of it could be fear of public speaking. So, who knows, some of you might have some kind of calling to maybe even speak on certain things that you've been through in life. Also, just attending these kind of events, any kind of self-help or self-awareness or spiritual kind of stuff, maybe to help you kind of become the new and transformed self that you're working on here. And then we have here law of attraction. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. So again, maybe if something doesn't feel right, we need to listen to that. Or if something does feel right, we need to listen to that. This is also about trying to, again, be positive, because what we put out, we get back. So, and also things, if we went through a karmic situation and we've become transformed in that, we no longer will resonate in that same karmic energy if the other person is still the same way. That's another thing too. So as you change, so will the people around you, more likely. Crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. So this is again trying to tap into a higher knowing, to guide us here to coming out of whatever illusions that we need to come out of. Manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts as natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. Archangel Michael, you're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. And then you got power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. So we've got power down here too. So again, that kind of reminds me of like the strength card. The power animal. It's like taming the beast. Taming ourselves, again, becoming master of ourselves. And this is the third time this card has come out, the fairies. And I've done water, earth, and now I'm on fire. But I think this came out in Leo's reading, and I think it also came out in some of the water readings or the earth readings, but this card has come out a lot. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. Again, for some people, and whether you believe in it or not, I just put it out there. And what this card symbolizes is some connection to the fairy realm. You could be a descended elemental, come here for the human experience. Sometimes this is a little wink to you to remind you about who you are. Again, you're a soul here for the human experience, and maybe your true self is part of the elemental realm. King of Wands is also part of the elemental realm, King and Queen of Wands, so isn't the Empress in the fairy realm. So this could be a nudge to that. And then we have the chakras that we're needing to work on. We got trickery. Again, somebody's up to some shady shit as usual. Confusion. Don't know if somebody's shady. Fearful that somebody's shady. We got insecurity. Wondering if we should go on, right? Perseverance. I mean, you pretty much have almost, with the exception of the throat. I'm sure if I kept going, you probably would have got the throat and the solar plexus too. Obviously, this is heart chakra. This is crown chakra. This is sacral, and this is the root chakra. So this is where we're grounding ourselves. This is where we're building from, and we're building from a place of fear, right? Doubts, fear, worry, stress. You know, again, perseverance. This is sacral. You know, and this is our emotions. Something that we're needing to master right here. Master, vulnerable, mastering our emotions. Also about trying to be optimistic, right? Remaining positive. Now, trickery. Inspiration message: during trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expect. Trickery. This is also about illusions, right? Hidden enemies down here. I don't have any deception, but you know, same thing. King of Wands in reverse. It's definitely not deception. Personal inquiry: am I afraid to tell the truth? How does that fear make me manipulate others? What do I really need to say? And you got truth over here. And again, I talk about manipulation. So it's about honesty, this card. Greed. We got greed over here as well. Hidden motives. Wondering again if people have hidden motives. Wondering, you know, dishonesty. Or again, afraid to speak our own truth. Afraid to say something. Self-honesty, even. Being honest with ourselves. A vulnerable heart. You know, again, fear of being hurt. Fear of being deceived. Confusion. Inspiration: through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity. Personal inquiry: can I see confusion as a good thing? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? Key ideas: allowing confusion, spiritual support, consequences of actions, and finding love. Keywords: clarity, support, and revelation. So again, I don't know if somebody figured out somebody was being deceptive and lying, or someone is fearing that, or someone is needing to speak a truth about their deceptions and lies. Or again, we're needing to get honest with ourselves. We're needing to get out of fear mode. Following our higher knowing, because it speaks about, again, spiritual support. And you have the crown chakra up there, and then you got, this is crown chakra as well. Sorry, I'm like trying to think about, you know, if this is something that's kind of fresh or something that's been lingering. Like if this is something that we're just figuring out. I mean, it could be either or, I guess. Perseverance: don't quit before the miracle. So they're telling you, remain positive. So again, whether it's with this situation or if we're wrapping up a situation with someone that we discovered wasn't who we thought they were, you know, maybe they're telling you to allow this, whatever, to happen. It's meant to happen, you know, but, you know, you can have new love in the future. Because this is about, you know, miracles, staying steadfast, success. Mention success up here as well. When we do our chosen work, we are serving the highest order. If we stop, we upset the universal balance. What you work towards will materialize. You may not see it, but it lies ahead. So even if we put a lot of effort into a situation that turned to shit, you know, and we learn something from it, whatever that we put into that, it will be returned to you. It may not be with the person that you know, were with, but it will come back to you if you let go of certain situations. This is also about feeling taken for granted or fear of being taken for granted. I guess I don't know if this is a fear of something repeating or if we're fearing, you know, dealing with a new person or an old person, wondering if they've changed or if they're gonna change. Or again, or this is like dealing with somebody new or fearing new things because of what we've been through. Did I already say that? I don't know. I think I did. Repeat myself. Can I ignore the feelings that would sidetrack me? Will I let go of fear and persevere? So I don't know if they're saying to persevere with this person or just in general to keep going, and new opportunities will come towards you. You know, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're dealing with anybody emotionally abusive or manipulative or anything like that, I mean, the writing is all over the wall. There is no second guessing. The only thing you should fear is staying in that. You know, which seems to be the ongoing thing. It's just like if there's always, that's all I ever see on my table. It's all I ever see on my table is, well, you know, we just talking about the shadow aspects, but my Lord, it's constant, like lying, deceiving, cheating, people in pain, people just using people, or just, it gets heavy, man. Which I have to tell you that if you're going through it, right? Again, insecurities. Inspiration message, miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course. Trust that an ally will appear. So maybe again, I don't know if they're trying to tell you that, you know, something else, somebody else might come in. You know, fear not. Keywords again, freedom, bravery, and success. Being courageous, facing adversity, finding tremendous power within. So I said finding your power within, knowing the truth. Again, the answers that you seek lie within in regards to this situation. How can I tap into my courage? Do I listen to my fear or be courageous? The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. Stay the course. The greatest adversary is the one living inside me. Ain't that the truth? Let us see what we have here in regards to the reality check. What is the reality check for Sagittarius in October in regards to this situation? What is the reality check for Sagittarius in October in regards to this situation? What is the reality check for Sagittarius in October? What is the reality check for Sagittarius in October? Let's get a couple from here. What is the reality check for Sagittarius in October? Yep. Every reading I've done, it's telling people to forget these fools. I'm trying to tell you, Everyone has been telling people, forget these assholes, users, abusers of the past. Leave them in the past. Don't let them come back in. Heal yourself, see the truth, and move the fuck on. Better things are coming. Let it go. Whether you've been clinging to hope for an old person to return, or you're just discovering some shit right now. Every single reading I've done has been like truths being revealed, like people finding out who's behind the curtain, and it's just some user abuser asshole. And we're needing to again step into your power and kick them to the curb right here. Time to clean house. Clean it up, clear it out, let go of what no longer serves you. Don't let negative thoughts, emotions, people, or situations clutter your life and weigh you down. Time to build yourself up, speak your truth, cut your losses, keep it moving, onward and upward. Whatever's got to go, let it. It's been the same for everybody. The same for everybody. The truth is, we see the crack way before the ass. Ignoring red flags, wearing rose-colored glasses, and making excuses for bad behavior usually doesn't end well. Usually the same things we ignored usually the same things we ignored will be the reason why things end. So again, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Stinking thinking, negative self-talk, negative behavior patterns, being involved in drama or around negative, dramatic people are all bad for a healthy state of being. So be aware and take better care. Remain positive and cut this fool out. Again, stop waiting for people to change because they're saying. And then you got here, new love is on the way. So again, remain positive. Know that you have options. Come out of illusions in regards to this situation here. You don't need any more information. You follow your intuition. Either a completely new person is coming into your life with the potential for romance and love, or a rekindling or deepening of an existing relationship is unfolding. Well, I think it's someone new. Because according to the rest of these cards, I think it's about whatever you've discovered about somebody here. Again, surprise can also be divorce papers. Waiting on, this just seems like everybody's involved in a mess here. Sometimes we think that, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes we think that it is because of how someone wants us to see it, but in reality, it's just fertilizer bullshit. Or if you're a person who has the habit of wreaking chaos and havoc in other people's lives, maybe it's greener because you're not over there messing it up. The truth is, the grass is greener where you water it. So again, maybe whoever you're dealing with, like I said, if you're dealing with a narcissist, you best guarantee that they're always in the habit of wreaking chaos and havoc in other people's lives. It's like having a hit and run. You come in beaten and you're feeling beaten in battle, where you again emotionally exhausted, probably financially exhausted, mentally exhausted, all of it. Throws you to the ringer, throws your self-esteem out through the shitter. And again, and maybe somebody's trying to make it seem like, they're doing so great somewhere else. Again, wondering if you're going to get communication from somebody. So a lot of these people, again, you should be glad that they're gone. That whatever new situation they might be in is not as great as you think it is, especially if they were like this with you. And nobody changed. You know what I'm saying? You get what you allow. Know your worth. You show people how to treat you by how you treat yourself and what you allow. Self-love, self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth. They all begin with self. How is your relationship with yourself? Loving yourself and having healthy boundaries is a must in regards to giving others a guide to follow, as well as protecting ourselves from assholes. Basically. And they're trying to tell you don't trust them. They're a shady mofo. Right? This is either a fact based on experience or a feeling. Trust in your intuition and people's patterns of behavior. This can also be how someone feels about you, depending on the question asked. But I think it's, obviously whoever's looking at the reading, that's how you feel. Inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit. Life is full of ups and downs, good times and bad, lessons and blessings. The past The path of least resistance is best. Learn to go with the ebb and flow, release and allow. There are reasons and seasons. Find peace in the storm and breathe. You can give someone the world and still not have a place in it. Remember that. Never chase someone. Make yourself small to build another up. Jump through hoops to prove you're worthy of love. Endlessly give and get scraps in return. Be a doormat. Allow yourself to be taken for granted, taken advantage of, settle for less than you deserve, etc. It's about valuing yourself enough to know that you're worthy of love, appreciation, reciprocity, and equal give and take in relationships. There are a lot of people who prey upon those who lack boundaries, self-esteem, self-love, self-respect, and after you've depleted yourself, they'll leave you high and dry to take advantage of another who'll do the same for them. There must be balance. Know your worth. Like again, if you're dealing with narcissists, they just move on to somebody else that they can con. Someone else who again has low self-esteem, no boundaries, who they can feed all their bullshit to, and really, it ain't no better with that other person. So whatever this is, obviously you're being guided to keep it moving, to heal, and to not even deal with this situation. If somebody's put you through the ringer, then obviously, you know what I'm saying? I feel you. Trust me. Trust me. I empathize. You know, it sucks. It sucks that there are these kind of people in the world. But like I said, you got to learn to not allow this kind of stuff again, you know. Don't build up a fortress, but definitely be aware of, again, fast-moving relationships, people that sell you dreams and deliver you nightmares. You know, don't ignore red flags. Trust your intuition. Again, but definitely live and learn and remain positive. You know, keep pushing on. Keep pushing on. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please, again, like, subscribe, share, leave a comments. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.